So I want to do a small video on the different various book sizes that you can buy, because I'm not exactly sure if everyone realizes how many different sizes there are. Now, the ones that I have here that I'll be showing you in this video is not all of the different sizes. It's just like a brief glimpse into them. So I'm sure that if you come into our shop, like I'm not going to show like all the different children's books versions, because there are a lot of different sizes in those. So I'm just going to show a couple of the main standard versions. Just give yourself a glimpse into it and brighten your knowledge here today. So the first one I'm going to start off with is the hardcovers. Now, hardcovers tend to be more expensive. They usually come out if an author publishes a book. It usually comes out in hardcover first, and then if they go through the regular publishers, then it will come out in mass market, like perhaps a year later. Sometimes they do it on the same day, like it'll come out in hardcover and mass market paperback. Other times it won't. It just all depends on how it goes. So this is one of the hardcovers that we have here at the shop. So just want to let you know, the hardcover just means that instead of it being paper on the front, it's like a hard condensed like cardboard. As you can see that, you can hear that it's like knocking on the door. Don't do that around your pets, that'll drive them nuts. And a lot of times they have jacket covers with them. So this is what a jacket cover is. It just wraps around the front of the book and the back of the book. But they don't always have to have a jacket cover. So sometimes a hardcover has a jacket cover, other times it doesn't. I want to show the classic Nancy Drew here. So this one is also considered a hardcover, but it's a lot smaller in size. So as you can see here, this book is a lot bigger in the back than this one in the front. This is also considered a hardcover though. So just because it's considered a hardcover doesn't necessarily mean there's one set size for hardcovers. It can come in multiple sizes. Now this one is still, you can still hear, it's a really hard surface on the front, but it doesn't have a jacket cover. It's just, everything's printed actually onto the book itself. So that's another version. And I have one more here to show you. This is bigger than even the one I showed before. So I have 3 different sizes here for you. So as you can see, it's a lot bigger on the top there if I have them both at the bottom even. And this one also has a jacket cover. So, like I said, just to review, there's multiple different sizes for hardcovers. They do tend to be a little bit more expensive. Like I said, this one would be like $34. It is an American currency, not in the others. I'm not exactly sure what all they would be converted into. But this would be a little bit more expensive than, I'm going to go into the trade paperback next, which is your size in between mass market and hardcover, which I think are the 2 most well-known sizes of books. So this is from a local author, Archie Belsky. He's on our podcast. Make sure to check it out. It's a really good podcast with all different types of authors with different categories. So not just like, we'll have like hardcore mysteries and cozies thrown in there. It's a really good show. You should watch it. Check it on our YouTube channel. But this is one of his trade paperbacks. So as you can see, it's not hard on the front. See, it moves, it bends. Does not have a jacket cover. You will, I don't know of any trade paperbacks that have a jacket cover. It's exclusively for hardcover to my knowledge, but who knows. And so if you look, there's different sizes too. So let me bring another one out here by another local author we have here. And I'm going to show you the size difference. See, it's a little bit bigger. If I have them meshing up at the bottom, it's a little bit bigger on the top here. So, I mean, they're about the same thickness, because you can have different thicknesses too, because the thickness all depends on the length of the story. And you also have different types of paper. So it also depends on the publisher. If you're self-publishing, depending on what program you're going through, there is a preference as to which paper you can have your book in. So this one is like a pure white, and this one is an off cream. And there's also different cuts of paper too, but I'm not going to go into that because we could be talking about that for a while. Anyway, so here's different sizes, but they're both considered trade paperback. I'm going to show you another one here. Now see, this one is going to be thicker. Only because the story, well, actually not by much, but only because the story is just a little bit longer. But as you can see, it's also bigger than this one. And all 3 of these are considered trade paperbacks. So it all depends on what you like to read. Some people find the hardcovers are a little too heavy to handle. Like if you like reading right before you fall asleep at night, you may not want to read a hardcover because one, you could poke yourself in the face if you fall asleep on it because it has like harder corners. And sometimes if you have arthritis or something, it's just sometimes a little unwieldy. Also, if the hardcover, I have ones that are like really, really thick at home. And sometimes it's just heavy in my hand to be holding the whole time. So it just depends on how you read. You can have it on your lap instead. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move down to the smallest size, mass market paperback. So these ones are like the trade. They're just a lot smaller. They're more portable. You can stick them, ladies, you can stick them in your handbags. Guys, you can have them in your car easily. You also can listen to Audible books. But I don't want to forget about that. But I'm going to go through just like hard published books that you can hold in your actual hand. So with this size, it's very portable. You can take it to the beach, you can take it anywhere. And they also are the cheapest method. A lot of times this size runs between $7.99 to $8.99. But it can shift. It can be a little lower, a little higher. But this is the cheapest form. So as you can see, this is going to be a lot cheaper as compared to this, which is $24 versus the $8.99. So also I want to show you that just because a mass market paperback, while this one is really thin, you can have it in a really massive size. This is from Tom Clancy, who, you know, does all the great novels that the movies are based off of, like The Hunt for Red October, my absolute favorite with Sean Connery in it. I love that one. But as you can see, that is a really thick book. So while this is still mass market paperback, believe it or not, because that is like twice the size of this one, doesn't mean the story's any less great. I mean, the stories, they are all each their own, like, awesome in themselves. I'm just showing you the sizes. So this one, I'm not exactly sure I'd want to stick in my handbag, despite it being mass market. So that's just another thing to bring into consideration whenever you're looking at different sizes is, do I want to take this to the beach with me? I probably don't want to take my really expensive hardcover. I probably want to take more of a smaller mass market paperback. Or I can lug this one around, also mass market paperback. But that's just a little bit of an overview. Before I get to the new size that just released, I believe last year, Mass Market Max. I know it's kind of weird. It's 3 M's. Maybe they should shorten it to that one. But I just want to show you the difference. So this is the Mass Market that I just showed. This is the Mass Market Max. See if I line them up. They're more, it's a little taller, not by much, but it's a little taller, and it's a little wider. So this version is specifically made for feeling good in your hand as you're holding it. It's also good for like seeing it with your eyes and everything, and the feel of it is just really, really nice. This one, like I said, just released. It's a new one. So I haven't read one yet in this size, but just by feeling this book here, it's really nice in between. So I hope that this helps you guys kind of know different sizes, and next time you want to order a book off of like our website or in our store or just anywhere else, just take into account that there are different sizes. So if they say, what a trade paper, do you want a hardcover, a trade paperback, or a mass market? And next time, hopefully, you won't be like, I'm not sure. I don't know what the difference is between them. How am I supposed to know what I want? Just remember, it's your mass market. It's your trade. This is your hardcover. Now, like I said, though, not necessarily meaning that these will be the sizes. There's a couple hardcovers. I personally love hardcovers, so I will pay the extra money. I will grab the hardcovers. I personally love them. There are some hardcovers I have, and unfortunately I don't have one with me today to show you guys. Maybe in another video I will. That are like half this size. So they're a little bit bigger than this. It's kind of like blending the Market Mass with a hardcover. And I love that size. That is my all-time like favorite. I love that one. So definitely check out the new Mass Market Max. We do have a couple located in our shop. And I hope this video helped you guys out. I'll see you later. Bye!